Okay, everyone, let's go. Dragonshire, map number 1. We got a best of 3, the first qualifier for Meta Madness. Now, I will go over the rules just real quickly with you. First of all, for the main event of Meta Madness, 4 teams are already qualified. The top 4 of the X-Cup Summer, because the Meta Madness has a corp with them. And those 4 teams are the Donuts, the Hardos, Team Wah, and Go Next. So you won't see those 4 teams participate in any of the Meta Madness qualifiers because they don't have to. Now, Meta Madness is a tournament concept that forces teams to think a little bit outside of the box and to just come up with new strategies, because you have multiple heroes that are pre-banned before a match even starts. Those heroes are not allowed to be used. And in addition to that, every single hero that gets played, that sees play on one of the maps, is not allowed to be played again. So if you see a Hanzo on map number 1, that hero cannot be played anymore on map number 2. And, well, that's pretty much true throughout the entire series, so things get spicy real quickly. Now, for Meta Madness, for the qualifiers, we have 10 heroes pre-banned. Think about it as a warm-up. It's Meta Madness Light. For the main event, we will have way more heroes pre-banned than that, but again, these are qualifiers, so we're just warming up a little bit. And those 10 heroes that are not allowed to be played within this entire series right now are Stukov, Valla, Medivh, Johanna, BrightWing, Abathur, Nazeebo, Hanzo, Lucio, and Junkrat. So those 10 are not allowed to be played, and every single hero that you now see played on map number 1 are also not allowed to be played on map number 2, and then so on and so forth for map number 3. It's not really all that complicated. Once you wrap a head around it a little bit, it's actually quite easy, but it forces obviously teams to just deviate away from the normal strategies, and even if you hate a hero, you will most likely only see him once, if so. So for Dragonshire, we got already our Stitches is in. Raxa got banned, so yeah, he's still the king of Dragonshire, and the teams absolutely agree on that. Malfurion for support over here, as we're heading into Inting for Ruby versus RossPierrDoll. In case that you, by the way, were wondering how exactly do teams qualify, do they have to win the tournament? And the answer is no. It really helps, but that doesn't guarantee you necessarily that you make it into the main event. So there's 4 qualifiers. Anybody can participate in the qualifiers, and you gather points as you did with the X-Cup Summer if you perform well within a tournament. And after all 4 tournaments are over, those points are being tallied up, and the top 4, they make it into the main event. So that's pretty much what's happening. This entire thing is sponsored by Hightech. Hightech has been a partner of the stream for a long time. They've sponsored multiple Meta Madness. They are awesome to work with. Make sure that you check them out. I will leave a link in the description of the video if you watch this on YouTube. And by the way, I'm not just saying that, but it really helps if you just click that link. You don't have to go on a full-on buying spree in the shop or anything, but they're obviously tracking where people come from. If they see this interaction with the Heroes of the Storm community, that helps. That's a 3-second click for you, and it really helps. So definitely check that out. But yeah, anyways, now that we're heading into this, we got our Muradin and Dehaka set up. We got Ana with Liming. So already we have a nano boost set up for the blue team. So they're going to go through the nano boost here, trying to put Liming into good position. At the same time, when you're looking towards the red team, they're more thinking about Stitches into Malfurion roots. So good hook can come in, Malfurion roots, and then of course you want to have that burst damage. And ideally, additional stuns or slows. But here comes Lulnara and Leo. Okay. So that's already a lot of damage over time. That's really annoying setup that they have. Someone wants to run away too. And our last pick on Dragonshire, it's Greymane. The doggy is in the house, everybody. Good shit. Let's go. Map number 1 in the best of 3 series, yet the first qualifier of Meta Madness. As we're headed into game number 1, also quick reminder guys, look at this as a bit of a warm-up. This is the Meta Madness warm-up, so to say. Qualifiers, they are not going to be as intense as the main event. In the main event there will be way more heroes pre-banned than in the qualifiers. So yeah, if the comps are not getting too crazy for you, just keep that in mind. It's more of a warm-up than anything else, but already you can see some adjustments being made, albeit subtle. Mindtalk on Liming for the blue team. We got Nox on Ana, Hat on Greymane, Fish with Muradin, Baby Houdini on Dehaka, the man with the tongue, and on the right side of the map, RossPierrDoll, the red team, with Markotzel on Stitches, Richu on Leo, Radun on Malfurion, Ether on Cassia, and Ashir is playing Lulnara. We got some stacking together, and also we have Deep Roots on level 1. What? The Deep Roots are in, everybody. And let's go. That is gonna be spicy. I want to see how many stacks he can get here. Anyways, talking about stacks, he's not the only one that is going to stack. We also have Cassia going straight into the Lightning Fury stacks. Mirrodin is level 1. Get the Ether Walk in for Li Ming. Top lane is set as both of the solo laners are here. And Richu might have been in trouble, but decided against it and now just fall back into the middle. Bit of a gank squad that we currently have. So let's get this party started. Who gets the first kill? Are we going to see those amazing Stitches hooks followed up by Malfurion roots for quick kills? Or how is this going to play out? Now, this is the semi-final of the first qualifier. And whichever team loses here will still play in the third place decider, because there is points up for grabs. Now, we currently have the camps up on the map at the 1 minute mark, obviously. The mercenary camps are always spawning. The exception are boss camps. They spawn 5 minutes in. And we have siege giants getting grabbed on both sides for quick action. And as you can tell, up here already the Bruiser camp is about to be claimed too. So after initially both of the teams were looking for... and delaying it a little bit here. Nice. If that would have hit a hero, that could have been even worse, of course. But look at that. They're trying to sneak one in. They're trying to sneak one in, the fish with the interrupt attempt, but now he's getting attacked. Dehaka is at the top, but he might be too slow. And yes, indeed he is. Mirrodin is going to get his ass kicked likely. Nope, they're moving in for the tower, positioning at the side so that only one tower can attack. Always use that AoE as much as you can. A very, very early Dragon Knight for RossPierrDoll. The 2 minute mark. Yep, Mirrodin is getting kicked onto the next lane. And says hello to Stitches and to Cassia, but they can't get the kill here. But that's, of course, some early damage. And I don't know what the Dragon Knight has against Mirrodin. Maybe Mirrodin came in and insulted him at some point. Maybe insulted the Battle Axe. I don't know what's going on there, but he has it out for him. I mean, that's the second kick against our Dwarf. So, yeah. He's just getting punted across the map. I believe I can fly. And yeah, hoppity hop, trying to even isolate Malfurion. Now and body block him a bit, together with now Greymane coming in. That's definitely a success, or is it? Malf, he gets away! Nice! And Anna instead is in trouble, but it's not enough damage to take her down. Not for now. So nobody dies in that skirmish at the bot lane, but we have some structures taken down already, so there's that. And yeah, we have top side, still Dehaka. He hasn't made a move down to the bottom of the map. So during all of this, he of course had the option to simply go for his global, but decided not to. We have level 7 talents coming in for both of the teams at roughly around the same time. RossPierrDoll is a little bit ahead and is trying to also take the bottom Bruiser camp. And if they succeed here, then they have a good shot at not only taking that fountain down, but maybe even attacking the fort itself. And since Nashia with his Lunara is already doing fairly well against Mindtalk, this is a good start for them. We now have them with a choking Pollen, both teams with level 7 talents, which gives us the Quicksilver bullets for Greymane. But there's a big opportunity now to do huge damage at the bottom of the map. Now top side, the blue team is going for something similar. And they will be a little bit slower, no matter what happens here. Dehaka is waddling down to the bottom lane, but as you can tell, this entire thing is already toast. And once that they are pushing past this, they could make a play for the keep even. So the blue team has to decide what exactly they want to do. Obviously, they can do damage here, and eventually they might have a shot of taking the fort down. But this bot lane is in real trouble if Inting for Ruby decides that they are not going to defend. So it would probably make a whole lot of sense to just simply cut their losses at the top and say, alright boys, let's go. But they try to go for Malfurion again. Didn't work the last time. Eats the Stormbolt. And Malfurion might go down, could go down. And he survives. He doesn't. Nah, he dies. Malfurion is dead, but so is Greymane. And the party at the bot lane, of course, has continued in the meantime. So that is a tower down. And likely more than that. I mean, just taking the gates here would be nice. Top side, the fort is still in play, and it seems like Richu is able to defend it. So, bit of a win for RossPierrDoll. They did well. They saved their fort. They did damage at the bottom gate already towards the keep. And they have control over the bottom shrine in addition to that. And they're a bit closer to level 10. Half a level actually ahead of their opponent. 12,000 damage for Lunara. We have 8,000 for Greymane, as he's trying to get ready with this now too. all the way up at the top. There's already the drag against Leo, and yeah, that's not really gonna threaten him. But alright, let's go. So, another opportunity. Lunara likes to be a dragon, doesn't she? Oh dear, that's gonna be another one. Yes, there it is. Alright, so Lunara, she has the dragon again. And it's time for that Dragon's Breath. That boy needs a mint or something. If your breath does this much damage, you are definitely doing something wrong. So, yeah. Oh, chewing gum, mints, whatever. Pick your poison. Just help you with something here. Another punting club. The silence hitting a little bit too late. Level 10 abilities. Go for the throat. Now on the other side too. Thornwood Mines, by the way. And can they... they are just punting people across the map. I like it. The NFL tryouts for Nashir. As he's trying to be part of the punting team, apparently. But now that they isolated the Haka a little bit, can they finally get a kill? We haven't seen a whole lot. It's a kill for a kill now. Not much more than that. So, yeah. Now, top side again. 5 versus 5. It's kind of funny. I would have expected so many more kills given the setups that we have in the early game. Granted, we're only 7 minutes in and we've already seen some significant damage against structures. The double objective has definitely helped RossPierrDoll. But we haven't seen as much aggression yet as I expected initially. But now that we got Gorge and soon level 13 and therefore the extension on his hook coming up for Stitches, then things will be even more dangerous. And of course Lunara with all of that poke, that acid that she has and that poison, that is gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, Stitch is going to be way more dangerous once he hits his level 13. But as it stands, there's the hook, there's the gorge, and they go for the Haka Shakalaka. Oh yeah, there's the root, and he just burrows out. Yeah, no problem for him. Gets away. A little bit unfortunate, but another hook! Get over here again! There's the jack, where's the root? There it is! Whoop, there it is. But where's the damage? They need a little bit more, and they might just have enough. Maybe not. Another. No. Didn't have the range. Kill versus kill. Camps being taken. Of course, Inting for Ruby is now trying to fight their way back into this. Trying to get some lane control with the camp that they're taking here. And, well. Yep. The dwarf. Hoppity hop. The fish, he's not hopping out. He's waiting for the rest of the team to come in and engage, and they're body blocking Stitches. He gets dragged as well, and Stitches is dead. There it is. The kill against the front line. Yeah, a lot of poke happening from the Shia in particular. Can they get a kill here? Oh, Murden. Careful, buddy. 4 versus 5. Make it 3. There's the kill. Cassia down. They try the counter. And with a mace to the face, they can take the Haka down. Level 13 is ready. Stitch is now with the extended hook. Lunara is sitting at 29,000 damage. Way ahead of anyone else. Li Ming only at 17. Greyman still trying to go for the throat here, but the camp is now stolen by Inting for Ruby. Great invade from them. They realize they have the map control and they use it immediately. So job well done. Nice. And now level 13, of course, available for both sides, but the important part really is that Stitches has his hook range increased. That makes him so much more dangerous. They still got to deal with this, and Leo's already at it as the red team is trying to go for the double control on the shrine again. But that allows Cassia to sneak into the middle and take another fort down. Yeah. HGC. RIP! And down to the bot lane now. There's the position for the red team. Here we go. Yeah, so now they have the double control again, but it's Leo in the middle of the map, and it seems like Inting for Ruby is now attempting to make a stand in the mid lane. It didn't work the last time, but Fish is sitting at the side as he's trying to go for the interrupt. 34 stacks for Muradin on the level 1, by the way, just saying. 26 for Cassia. Cassia's stacks are nothing too impressive. Now, we didn't have as many brawls and fights as we normally would have expected here, but that's a nice one. There's the hook against Muradin. He's jumping out. The silence from Malfurion maybe a little bit late with the Twilight Dream, but they get the kill against Li Ming, and that's the damage dealer down, and Muradin dies too. And Hat wants a kill. He wants a kill, but he is absolutely out of this depth at this point. 1 against 4, that's just not working out for him. Down goes Greymane. And that's a chance for another objective. So now that we're 10 minutes into the game, we have the third Dragonite. And this time Stitches was taking it away from Lunara, who's already at the bottom of the map. Yeah, and this smells like keep, everybody. Yeah, that smells like keep, because with Lunara and the Dragon Knight both starting to focus down on this and Greymane still missing, how do you protect this? And the answer is you don't. They're gonna lose this one. So yeah, this one gets bodied. No chance of holding that, sorry to say, for the team here. Pulverize now. Mirrodin is dead again. Yeah, that's just trouble. So here they come again, punting them out. They wait for the next minion wave. The keep is down. And the only question is, can they get more? Now, they're bullying Dehaka a bit on the right side of the map, but they are making a play for the core. They want the 1-0 lead in the series. Level 16 against level 14, so they have a talent advantage over the opponent too. The shield is already down, and the damage is coming. Seems like this might be the end of the rope for Inting for Ruby here on Dragonshire. No chance. RossPierrDoll, they come in and decide the first game in this best-of-3 series in their favor. GG, well played, the W on Dragonshire.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Infernal Shrines. Inting for Ruby is down 1 point in the best of 3. Now, as we're heading into map number 2, as already explained previously, we have 10 heroes that are pre-banned. I went over them in the first draft. And all of the heroes that you saw in game number 1 are also not allowed to be played anymore, which means that before we head into the draft for the map, 20 heroes are not available. And of course, on top of that, you now also have 6 bans still incoming. So it will get a little bit interesting here. Now, there are still plenty of heroes around. I know I'm repeating myself here, but please keep in mind, this is pretty much Meta Madness Light. These are only qualifiers. The main party starts with the main event when more heroes will be pre-banned, but it already gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can look forward to when we're heading into the main event of all of this. Now, Deckard Cain is banned, and so is Uther. We have Tracer banned out as well. And it's going to get a bit interesting, because especially on the support side, you now have to think about, hey, how do I actually approach this? Stukov, for example, was always a high meta pick, and he is pre-banned, so that hero is not available for the entire qualifier, which means you're not allowed to pick him. You know, also in Infernal Shrines, and they're banning out Falstad. But with Deckard Cain and Uther banned out, yes, you're not really support choking anybody, but you still have to keep in mind who else is available. And Malfurion has been played on the last map, so he's not available any longer. Anna has been played on the last map, you can't play her. So you still have good supports out there, but BrightWing, pre-banned. So another one down. And that makes things then real spicy real quickly. So you can of course always go into Morales, but the teams have to consider that when they go into their picks, because now you might have to shift your priority a bit. Maybe you want to play Tychus on this map, but would it be smarter to instead get a support first? We'll see. Tychus with Odin obviously is so powerful that I guess in this case the question is easily answered. But here comes our Blaze and Tychus, and that's a very, very good rotation for Inting for Ruby. Just no doubt about it. Sonya and Garrosh are both now taken, and here comes Chromie. Alright, so they got a bit of range poke. We got Garrosh in for the flip, Sonya for the dominance on the shrine. And now for the additional bans. So, do you support choke? Do you try to support choke? Now, there's plenty still out there. You can still go for Anduin, for example. But again, Lucio is also pre-banned. I went over those earlier, but if you watch this on YouTube, there should also be some information in the description of the video. I'm going to list the pre-banned heroes for the entire event. I will do the same for the main event. And there's Anduin banned, so they're support choking in themselves at this point. I mean, with Tyrande banned and with Anduin banned, what does that leave us with? You have Morales still available. You can still go into Lili. Alexstrasza is up. You have Whitemane up. And what else? Are we already starting to run out? Auriel is, of course, available too. Yeah, there might be a couple of others, but there's Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza on Infernal Shrines, and we get Tyrael together with it. Alright, awesome. Great. By the way, I gotta throw one thing out here. The idea of Meta Madness is not necessarily to turn this into a total clown fiesta. So that's not really the idea behind this. But the idea is definitely to make the compositions a bit more unique, and also, even if that doesn't happen, to make it so that we have a little bit of variety in hero picks throughout a series. So that's why every single hero can only be picked once. But when was the last time you've seen an Auriel and a Gul'dan? Double mage even. Chromie Gul'dan here on Infernal Shrines. Well, and here comes the last pick. Kerrigan. Alrighty, together with Tyrael. Can Kerrigan carry again? Let's go. Infernal Shrines, everybody. Map number 2 in the best of 3. Let's see if we're going to a third map or if this is the end of the road for the blue team, if they drop down into the third place decider. Infernal Shrines coming up. Inting for Ruby against RossPierrDoll. Infernal Shrines. Yeah, and things are starting to get a bit spicy here. On the left side, Mind Talk. With Kerrigan, we got the Fish on Tyrael and Blaze played by Baby Houdini. So already a couple of layers of defense here from the blue team. It's honestly a solid draft that they have. They got Tychus for Odin. They have Alexstrasza in here. And with Kerrigan, you can really start to carry hard in the mid game. So that's not too bad. RossPierrDoll, they rely on a double mage combo with Chromie played by Aether and Nashias on Gul'dan, Makotzel on Garrosh. We got Redon on Anduin, and Richu is playing Sonya in this game with a Fell build for Gul'dan as we're starting things up. So the Pursuit of Flame as a level 1 talent. But definitely an interesting start into all of that. So on paper, blue team looking really good, but RossPierrDoll just had bit of better coordination in the first game. I guess at the end of the day, it really comes down to how well Kerrigan is able to land these stuns and if she can set the team up. If she is able to land a good combo and then maybe a jet propulsion from Blaze follows up on it, that would be spelling disaster for the red team very quickly. But time will tell. Now, on level 1, we got the press the advantage. So already we're seeing some deviation away from what oftentimes is played with Tychus. He seems to be going into a full-on auto-attack build. After press the advantage was actually introduced and you had the range increase for Tychus, that was the standard for a bit. And then teams discovered that the Titan Grenade build is so unbelievably strong that it became the meta in most cases. So yeah, interesting to see. At this point, we already have our 11 stacks together for Gul'dan. We have a few also for Alexstrasza, who's going into the extra globes here with a level 1 talent. Those are always the moments when I'm a little bit sad that we don't get a Stitches. Because again, his hit point pool gets ridiculous at some point if you're able to present him with additional globes. The camps are currently claimed, and it seems like RossPierrDoll might just be able to get away with the double camp, but they're not playing aggressively around the bot lane. They postured up, but then they're trying to interrupt the rotation. And for just a second, it looked like they might get a setup against Kerrigan, maybe even. But talking about Kerrigan, she eats the combo. There's a Master Assassin on level 4. Again, you take it mainly for... Oh, Gul'dan down. Now, that shouldn't have happened. How did that happen in the mid lane? Soloed and sprayed. I like it. Baby Houdini coming in with a style. Totally styling on Gul'dan. And then even spray game is on point. But yeah, so Master Assassin, you take it for the passive because it applies to Odin as well. But if you're already going into an auto-attack build in the first place, maybe another reason to go for it here. If they expect a lot of kills to come in, that would be kind of hype. But as the first objective is going to be announced in a second, we are going to have our first 5 versus 5 battle very likely going to happen here. And with that, we'll see how much they can do. I'm excited, I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Auriel come in with a whip. Whip him, baby, whip him. Alright. And you know one thing, when the whip comes out, Chromie is happy. Yay! She likes that style, she likes all that shit. And if you think some weird things right now, that's up to you. I'm just playing sounds here. Like, I don't know. Anyways, Chromie was always one on the naughty side. Now, as we're headed into our first objective, let's see who takes it. Party time, baby. Let's make it happen. Where's the Kerrigan combo? Where's the lockdown? Where's the kill attempt? Who's going for it? Already, Fish is in trouble. The Fish, that's the combo. And Garrosh with a big save. Nice, I like it. That could have been a kill for the blue team, but he was ready. There's the Dragon Queen. Guys, this combo is so powerful. You have a Dragon Queen, you have Odin after level 10. I gotta say, I want to see how RossPierrDoll is gonna try and win this game. Because just from the draft and how much potential they have on every single objective, Inting for Ruby is presenting themselves in a fantastic light here and clearly wants to go to level 3 on this one. So it's going to be incredible incredibly interesting once that we have level 10 in Odin. Because, I mean, again, this is scary shit that they are drafted here. This is a really, really good draft for the map. Some of it is a bit of old school NA HTC style. They love to do that Alexstrasza and Odin combo. Now, they haven't really done too much damage now in the middle. They're already rotating down to the bottom. I guess what RossPierrDoll really needs, they need kills. They just need to get some kills together and really play around those. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be impossible either. So I can do something here. And, well, first kill. That's all that we had. That fountain loss... bit annoying, but I guess they would have lost it one way or another. Yeah, could have just poked out there. 19 stacks, 26. Nearly completed quest of our boy Gul'dan. And the quest completed. Talking about quests for Alexstrasza. She's there already. Slightly inexperienced for them, the damage output. Top damage blaze. 6,000, what a meme. Then you have Chroma with 9k, but again, if you don't get those kills, then all the damage in the world doesn't really help you. You need to translate that damage into kills. That's what the really important part is. So off we go. Kotzel gets attacked. RossPierrDoll. They are trying to go for the camp, but Carrigan, she goes for Oriel, but Oriel gets out. I'm not so sure about Garrosh on the other hand. He's in trouble, and, well, scratch the trouble. He is dead, and Carrigan, Hoppity Hop, is jumping in deep. They're isolating Chromie. That's the second kill. They're going for the triple, baby, and they get it. Sanctification gets used to get them out of the fight, but those 3 kills are worth a lot. Now, Sonya, as we're taking another look at that fight, has done well topside, but I don't think that makes up for it. As you can see, Chromie got isolated after Garrosh already fell. Then they went for the kill on Oriel. 3 down, 4 kills to 0. And they get the fort at the bot lane too, moved in with the next one. Really, really well done. Very, very good moves from them. And of course, now the level 10 abilities for RossPierrDoll are also kicking in, which gives us Aegis on level 10 for Oriel. And we have Leap. Oh, Reign of RNG! What is happening? Well, if RNG smiles on them, then maybe they have a chance to get some serious structural damage done here. That's usually something that you pull off if you're just trying to burn some structures down. So that's gonna be spicy. Did not think I would see that in a hot minute, but there it is. So it's party time, I suppose. Shrine is active. I want to see something now. Well, the first thing that we're seeing is a commitment at the top as they're attempting to break through the wall. Imagine them taking the fountain down now. That would be just great. So here we go. 4 kills to 0. The flank is in. They try to go for maybe Carrigan. Kotzel in a bit of trouble. There's the rain. The rain! And the sanctification quickly denies any value. But Maelstrom was used too, so a lot of R buttons was pressed in the last fight. Maybe Houdini wasn't even here, so Blaze was missing. But that's a lot of ults that were already down the drain. And one of the things that was not used was Odin. So they can still use that on the fight. And they have the double transformation, if I'm not mistaken, still available to them. So that is huge. Damage against Baby Houdini. Needs to bunk up down here, but we have 9 points to 7. Still fairly even. Here comes Odin in the back. And they're still trying to fight around it. So Kotzel is moving in. Yeah, go straight for Teriel. Looked at Odin and was just like, yeah, I skipped leg day once or twice, so I'm not gonna go for Odin. That thing is just too heavy. But there's the Dragon Queen now too. That's a double transformation. This is so insanely dangerous. Can you actually win a fight here? Can the red team do anything about this? My knee-jerk reaction would be like, definitely not, but hey, let's see. Nice Aegis, and the kill on Blaze, and the whip into the wall. Nicely done. That's a double kill. The fuck? Really well played here by RossPierrDoll. 2 kills, 35 to 10. RNG, baby. RNG. Alexstrasza is down. The Punisher's taken, but they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. 5-man team wipe. There it is. Chromie is still alive. They kill everybody. 5 kills to 4. But of course, they cannot take the objective. But they can easily defend against it now. So that was pretty sexy. What cooldown is that on these days? 70 seconds. Really? That felt shorter. But there it is. Nicely done. Yeah, that was a good fight. What's the damage looking like? What does Gul'dan have at this point? What does our boy bring to the table? 29,000. Yeah, he's looking good here, isn't he? 29,000 damage from Gul'dan. That fort is gonzo, though. And that's the second fort of RossPierrDoll that gets annihilated. But they're looking for the kill again. There's the taunt. There's the leap. Whoa! But also the sanctification. There's just so much to shut this down. Sanctification, the quick follow-up with the bunker, the layered defense is there. And of course RossPierrDoll is just looking for those kills, but they're losing ground and structures just consistently. And I'm not sure if they can force these fights even further. Now there's another rain opportunity, but there's also Carrigan. The rain is in, and it is going for it. Markotzel is low, and Gul'dan, yeah, he's still trying to get a counter kill with the rest of the team, but this doesn't really look too good for them. Maybe they can take Carrigan down here. I don't think so. Urel in trouble. Carrigan is dead, though. Carrigan is dead. Oh, and he misses the jet propulsion on Gul'dan. Unfortunate. That could have been the kill for the blue team. So they're actually going really at it, aren't they? 5 kills to 6, and it's just one kill coming in after another. Blow for blow. They're just trading at this point. Yeah, and it's kind of funny. They're doing a lot here. Next objective is happening in the middle. But no matter how funny these fights look and how even they oftentimes are, the one thing that we still have to talk about, and I guess I did already, but the structures is a huge problem. 2 forts down, no fountains, so distance to safety is much bigger. You have no option of getting some hit points back here. That's a massive problem. Now they're trying to invade here, and I like that. Is that a flip? Can they go for it? Yeah, Gul'dan is just YOLOing it out. Gul'dan is not giving a fuck, is he now? He's just going for it. And they're getting serious value out of him, but is it enough value? There's the sanctification, and that is just the perfect position for it too. So they try to turn it around. Odin popped, so is the Dragon Queen. So they won't be available for the objective likely. Sonya's used leap too, but there's the kill. Auriel is dead, and the jet propulsion connects with Garrosh, so he is dead too. That's 2 kills. Make it 3. Nicely done. There's the 4th, and oh boy, they're getting crushed. The fish wants the Chromester, and I think he's gonna get her with the help of Blaze. Yep. Chromie got popped. 5-man team wipe. Yeah, Chromie is down. Everybody is dead, and that is 10 kills to 6. And what a setup again. At the top side, here's the lane pushing. At the bottom, they're already going for the keep. They're looking fantastic. We're likely gonna go for game number 3 if this continues. And that is gonna make an interesting with the draft. But right now, you have the objective up, so they can take the lead there. And their draft is just bonkers. I mean, it's just insane. I said it before, but you have a double transformation for the objective. You have a double layer of defense with sanctification and with the bunker. And on top of that, you have Carrigan, who can always try to jump into the opponent's backline and wreak havoc, especially if Tyrael comes in with her and helps her out here. So yeah, it's getting real spicy now. Because there's lanes pushed still by the camps. Not a single fort. Sonya with the jump into the backline. That's not enough, baby. And there's the jet propulsion. That's a kill. And if they get more, then it's lights out. They go for Garrosh. He's about to die. He's dead already. Aegis was used for Gul'dan. Jet propulsion on Chromie. Grenade. And, well, they're all gonna fall again, aren't they? There goes, yeah, Gul'dan, Garrosh, Chromie. And only Auriel is still here. And of course, now you're making a play for the core. Why wouldn't you? Core is wide open. So that's exactly what they're gonna do now. And they still have bunker. They still have bunker, and they also have Odin. So there we go. And that should be game. Which means we're headed to game number 3. 3-mapper. Nice. That's a lot of banned heroes for map number 3. There we go. That's the tie. Inting for Ruby with a victory on Infernal Shrines. And let's head straight to the final map of this best of 3 series in the semi-final of Qualifier number 1. Two the Spider Queen, game number 3. Let's go, everybody. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome because right now we have our third map, and this is a lot of heroes that are getting played, that are being banned out. So again, just to sum this up, we had 10 heroes that are pre-banned, we have 10 heroes that are not allowed to be played because they were played in game number 1, and another 10 heroes that are now not allowed to be played because they were played in game number 2. Which means, including the 6 bans from the draft here, 36 heroes are not available for this third map. It gets spicy. It gets spicy, and it gets spicy quickly, everybody. So teams really have to figure out now, what are we going to do? And imagine if some teams, for example, decide that in game number 1 or game number 2 they want to play a double support. That's even more supports that are missing. And of course, someone's already asking, hey, how many heroes do we even have? There's 90 heroes currently in the game. So we got plenty, we got enough, but the air is getting a little bit thinner over here. And now, realize that this is happening with only 10 heroes pre-banned, banned for the entire event. With the main event, we're gonna have more. So yeah, it's gonna get pretty good. Anyways, we got Rexa banned, we got Tracer banned again. And the teams obviously now have to just check through all of this as well to make sure that they still know what's available and what's not. But yeah, it's kind of awesome. Diablo is banned out too. I mean, on Tumo Spider Queen, you obviously look at wave clear. You could now really start to go for some spicy builds, because right now we are at a point where there are so many heroes not available any longer that some heroes, you know, that normally don't get played because they're easily countered, would reign supreme simply because their counters are not available any longer. So there's that. Mei is banned. Okay, so we got Rexa banned, Mei's banned, and there's the Uther pick. Okay, Uther gets chosen. That's all. You can see how the draft shifted from banning supports. They went to ban anything else because they're just saying, supports are getting a little bit rare, so maybe we should ban something else to make sure that we are still able to get a pick. Which is already interesting to me. Deckard, Kane, and Sylvanas. Okay. Yeah, that makes things a little bit easier. So Deckard Kane is in, we got a Sylvanas pick. I mean, it's not too bad. Deckard on this map is really good. So you can see that even with this many heroes not available, you have still some solid builds that you can play out. It's not turning into a total clown fiesta, but it makes it easier to set something like this up. All of a sudden you see Tyrande and you have Falstad. So now we have Uther, Tyrande. Uther being played in that main tank position, Tyrande coming in too. By the way, some people might ask, hey, what's happening here? Why is one player different for the red team? Boss is subbing in because one of their players had to go to work. They already announced it before the series started. If it would have been a 2-0, that wouldn't have been a problem, but now they have to sub someone in for that. Medivh gets banned. And we got Anubarak also banned out, which is targeting a lot of the tanks now. A lot of the engaged tanks in particular. If you play Tyrande, you of course want to keep her safe, so you want to have her a little bit in the back. Playing her with a second support makes her also a bit more viable just in general, because if she is targeted and anybody gets close to her, you are in a position where you can still heal her with a second support and give her a chance to get out. So there's Ragnaros. Ragnaros and D.Va. Okay. So we got Ragnaros and D.Va coming in on this one, with the last pick still missing, and they're lacking a tank. What are we getting? Is there still... What is still available? I mean, honestly, at this point you ask yourself, is there still someone that can jump into that backline, right? And wave clear is, of course, still on a premium, because you need to somehow deal with those web weavers once the objectives are kicking in. And since this is the last game of this particular series, everything's on the line. Malthael and Deathwing. I mean, again, heroes that you see, but not quite in that composition. So that is a spicy one. And there's the fish. Murky! We got our first Murky in the qualifiers already. I expected him to come out in the main event, not in the qualifiers. Guys, Meta Madness, again, big shout out to High Tech. They are absolutely amazing for making this happen. And that is Tomb of the Spider Queen, game number 3. The fish is in the house. And let's go, everybody. Third game of the series. Inting for Ruby against RossPierrDoll. The semi-final goes into the last map. On the left in blue, Mind Talk on Ragnaros. The fish with a missed opportunity is not playing the fish. I don't know, it makes me sad. But Baby Houdini, he's playing Murky. The fish likes the diva. We got Hat on Sylvanas, Nox on Deckard Kane, and on the right side of the map, Makotzl for RossPierrDoll on Uther, Nashia is playing Falstad, Ether on Marthael, Richu on Deathwing, and Sesabos is playing Tyrande. Stacking on level 1 for the birdie. The fish is heading into the egg hunt. Is it Easter already? I'm not quite sure about that. And again, that meatball build. So he's going into meatball with Ragnaros. And let's see what Ragnaros is going to be able to do in the long run. Are we going to get an Octograb into Sulfuras? What's happening here? Octograb into Sulfuras, plus maybe a Wailing Arrow on top of that. What exactly are we getting from these bad boys now? We have, for now, also on level 1, the True Shot Aura. Murky against... If that's not the dumbest thing that you've ever seen, then I don't know what is. Just looking at the lane makes me laugh. And he has the spray as well. Spray get on point, X on point, and Murky against Deathwing. Does it get any more perfect than this? I mean, seriously. Deathwing is just looking at this and he's like, am I a joke to you? Are you taking this serious? Oh, this is just awesome. Oh my god. Nothing is even happening on the lane and I already have to laugh. Now, anyways, for now, in the mid lane, I mean, the rotation between the lanes is obviously important now, between the middle and the top. You're trying to get those gems. But you also want to get some pressure on those lanes, and that's where the camps come into play. And that's exactly what they did just as it spawned. So they already moved through the mid lane. Murky is pissing off Deathwing at the bot lane. The Frog is just going completely ham over here. And, well, has to retreat from Deathwing. That's the one thing that a Frog is afraid of, Deathwing and the French. That's pretty much it. But now that we have level 4 abilities kicking in, we got finally the slow burn over here at the bottom of the map. It's the slime time, prime time slime time. All right, and we got the possession on top of it too. So level 4 for the two teams. They try to go for the birdie all the way up at the top, an attempt to push him out a bit. And yeah, Falster needs to be careful, but he also gets some support as Malthel is starting to go straight up for Ragnaros. At the bot lane, Tyrande is currently sitting here. Richu gets attacked. They're trying to go for the kill. Siege Giant's helping out too. Diva, careful. Fish at the front. And with Fish, I mean the player. Murky is top lane. But they will try to break that lane down easy peasy and turn a few of those gems in too. Ragnaros is already at it, together with Murky. They break the first tower down, so good for them. Sylvanas, careful. She gets out. Or does she? Sesabos is going to go for that stun. They're trying, and Hat gets away. But Baby Houdini is already underway. I just want to see if they're really comboing an Octograb with a Sulfuras. That's honestly my biggest question at this point. Once we hit level 10, the question is going to be answered very, very quickly. The problem that you have with it is that we have an Uther and a Tyrande on the other side. So as the game continues, and with potentially Vine Shields, there's a lot that you can negate. So it's maybe not really the smartest option. Maybe going for the March here makes a little bit more sense. But time will tell. Now, it would be funny, but would it be the most effective way to play this out? That's a different question. Now, we got 28 gems delivered by both of the teams. We got Murky still at the bottom of the map with Diva. And in the middle, they're also still sitting tight. We haven't seen a single kill yet. The teams have calmed down a bit. So not really a whole lot of early game fights. But of course, the setups are also not really warranting any of that early game aggression. The meatball build continues. So apparently Ragnaros has been to IKEA a couple of bit. Is turning full Swedish at this point. Vad fan? Jävla oppa. Valla pila bruten. So down at the bottom of the map. Baby Houdini, careful! The fish is nearly going down here. Yeah, I spent too much time with Fnatic back in the day. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, a little bit of an interrupt attempt. 9 gems missing for the blue team. And yeah, it looks like they're gonna get the first turn in. I mean, the way that they're currently dominating the rotation, this is playing out for them. In the middle of the map, there's still Malthael rotating down as they are focusing on the bottom turning point. Level 7 talents are available for both of them. And yeah, who gets the first turn in? I need some party. I need those level 10 talents, baby. Give me the Murlocs. Give me the March. Give me the kills. Falstad is down up at the top. Fight continues a bit, but down here the party is also going strong as the red team is just trying to force Inting for Ruby back a bit so that they don't get that turn in. With 9 gems, they're insanely close now, but it's Lucio that wants to deliver the 20, and that would seal the deal. That would see, and it does, he gets it. He gets the turn in, so they are able to get the first Web Weaver wave, and that's spider time. Yeah, 1 kill to 0. They got the spiders and they have everybody back up on the map. They also have a bit of wave clear, obviously, to their name. And a lot of sustain thanks to the double support. So there's the big opportunity to make a play now. That's the chance that they have. Maybe even pull ahead in experience. Get an early level 10 with some nice kills. Could happen. And they're focusing heavily on the bot lane. And there's nobody to defend this. Baby Houdini is just not enough. The rotation is coming, of course. Ragnaros is helping out. Oh, and D.Va is zoning them out too. That's some nice defense, yeah. Ragnaros with the Molten Core was always great for this. But D.Va coming in, that of course zones them out even further and slows the entire approach down by a lot. But Ragnaros can only defend 1 lane at a time. So top side, mid lane, they're all still getting pressured. They're getting some sort of damage in, and that 4 is gonna get damaged. The fountain is already down, but there's level 10. And there it is, Octo Grab into Sulfuras. They are doing it. They're actually doing it. I don't think it's the smartest choice. For now, it's great. For now, it's great, but even now they can't get the kill. What? No way. They can't even get the kill here. Now, to be fair, we don't see Divine Shield. Oh, the last rights! And the kill against Ragnaros. Ragnaros is down. No Divine Shield to counteract the Murky plays, though. But later on, of course, they have a lot of tools. They got more than enough cleanse with the double support. Here, by the way, that little engage again. Look at it. Cesar Boss, he's the target. In comes the Octo Grab. And then the cleanse out gets out, and the Falstad Mighty Gust is saving the day for them. Now, Murky is dead, and that in and of itself is not a problem. The problem is that he's losing gems. So they are starting to lose quite a bit of ground here. Hat at the top is at least trying to do some damage, and he is pressuring that wall heavily. But this is still a great position for RossPierrDoll, because they are closing in on the double turn-in now. They are nearly ready for the second turn-in. And I don't know, but Inting for Ruby, they need to deliver another 9, but they lost some gems already as is. So they really need to hurry this up. And Tyrande is just interrupting time and time again with the Owl, getting really pesky over here. They're fighting this one out. Again, 5 gems missing. There's the Octograb combo, and this time it's a kill. Nice. Uther is dead. They want more. They're looking for another kill. But keep in mind that Last Rites is ready too. So once that there's an opportunity for RossPierrDoll, they're going to come in with the Last Rites and try to stack Malthael. If he's able to make that happen towards the late game, his cooldown will be ridiculously low. Started early. Hat has 31. The birdie is down too. The blue team with some momentum. It's the power of the frog, baby. It's the power of the frog. And BrightWing is dead as well. The damage over time of Sylvanas dropped him. Blue Web Weavers coming down. This is the setup, everybody. This is the combo. They're going through the mid lane. 4 kills to 1. Murky has the Octograb. Ragnaros the Sulfuras in just another moment. And if they go for Uther again, they might have a kill opportunity here. So here we go. It's party time. Now level 16 is going to change the dynamic a bit with Tyrande in play, but still. 23,000 for D.Va, 23,000 for Malthael. But this push could be a problem for RossPierrDoll. They started off well, but now they're in trouble. And here's the Octograb against Uther, and he's dead again. Uther has to be the prime target. He has the hand of freedom, and they need to shut that down. And with Sylvanas, they can enhance these pushes even further. So not only do we have 4 forts destroyed, but we got the kill on Uther, the early level 13. The Murky team is murdering. Murky Ragnaros, the dream team. The absolute dream team for the blue team at this point. So yeah, they get 2 forts out of this first turn-in. And they should have enough gems for a second one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they do. They do. Both teams have an opportunity to go for turn-in number 2. But yeah, that's kind of spicy. Murky could use a few more stacks on his level 4, granted. But now they're making another play, of course, for the next camp. They still have to prevent the turn-in, but I don't think they can. Nah. Nobody's doing that, but at least they got their camps, so they can use that in the mid lane to defend this maybe a bit easier even. Murky has a lot of AoE that he can now use too, and let's not forget about Ragnaros and his Molten Core. Ragnaros was used in the past on a lot of lanes to just take the bite out of objectives. I explained a bit how in HTC days sometimes Ragnaros would be played with Nazeebo because you wanted to get Nazeebo to level 20 and a stacked Vile Infection, and Ragnaros was using Molten Core to slow the objective down that you would give up and would let your opponent have. But here it is already. He's poking through the middle of the map and is using the Molten Core. Can of course also use it up at the top. Murky is gonna go for some additional AoE. And that is an easy defense against the first Web Weaver. That bad boy doesn't stand a chance, so he's down already. They're even pushing the team back, and Ragnaros can now focus on the defense in the mid lane. Now at the bottom of the map too, they don't have a chance. Now over here, this is a done deal. This one is gonna fall. But that one was low anyways. That entire wall was broken. So I don't think they're going to be too upset about this. They're still heavily ahead in structures. And the combo is ready once again. Now, Uther needs to be careful here. He needs to stay back. Oh, Deathwing! Oh, get wrecked! Nice! And a stun, but Uther still falls. Oh boy. Oh boy. They are in trouble. Yep. Inting for Ruby. I mean, it is their best map, obviously. They're inting for those rubies whenever they can. And the name is the game here. So, who would have thought? Inting for rubies, beasting it on Tomb of the Spider Queen. They like those gems. Not all of them rubies, but again, a gem is a gem at the end of the day. That's at least what they think. Treasure, precious, there it is. 16 is also ready. That gives us now the toxic build-up. What is this, quick match? And we got the fish tank. Okay, so it's time to go for the next push, and Murky is already sitting topside, trying to do his thing. 25,000 damage for Malthael on the red team, but the blue team with a 35k is just sitting a bit on top of that, especially with Sylvanas and also D.Va bringing 28,000 in each. So off we go. That's level 16 talent advantage. Sylvanas in the mix. Ooh, this is just looking great for them. There's the Web Weavers. And it is up to RossPierrDoll to sum up right back here. Now, the team that loses drops into the third place decider, but the winner moves on to the grand final of the first qualifier. The first Meta Madness qualifier here. And it is already a very, very good day for the first one. Nice hits on Duranda, but not enough. They can't get the kill here. And the fish is in a bit of trouble. Here comes the lightning breath. Alright, more stuns. And Malthael is dead. Duranda nearly dying, but she's still alive. And the old man, how did he get out? Nox survives. They keep under pressure. Mid lane, top lane also still getting attacked. And the blue team isn't done yet. RossPierrDoll has caught up in talents. Baby Houdini. Not even the fish is dying. And he has 36 gems. The frog is killing it over here, but they haven't taken a keep down yet. They're still working on it, but they might have to fall back at least for now. But ooh, yeah, topside is delivering. That one is likely to fall. In the middle, it took a keep down. At the top, it's also gone, and it's just getting worse because bot lane is also in trouble. They're zoning with the explosion on D.Va, and all 3 keeps have been destroyed. They're looking for kills. The frog is down, though. Ragnaros, on the other hand, with a Molten Core. They got the keep, they got the Molten Core. Can they get the kills? Good stuns, but Sylvanas and Deckard Cain are both dead, and Ragnaros is also dropped. So they are about to lose all of their gems, maybe with the exception of the 29 that are being held here by the fish, but that's it. Murky is also back. 81 gems in the hands of RossPierrDoll, but their core is of course in trouble because these lanes are gonna push from here on out time and time again. So the only thing that RossPierrDoll can do is of course go boss and go for the Web Weavers. They need to really build momentum now if they want to have a chance to turn this game around. With this many structures already lost, it is a nightmare. But it's not impossible to come back. They still hold on to a lot of gems. That's a turn-in. That's a boss. We have 14, 15 minutes into the game. If they do enough, they have a chance. But it's not going to be easy at all. Not even a little bit. Because, again, you're going up against some decent wave clear with the D.Va explosion. You have Murky and on the other side. You have Sylvanas. So you can use a lot. And they will have to keep an eye on these lanes. And, of course, some of these lanes are now being pushed out by Siege Giants. Catapults will add up to it. So you have to escort those web weavers or they're not going to do anything at all. So they overstayed a bit. That was definitely a bit of a problem. We now have level 20 about to be ready for the red teams. Sorry, for the blue team. So that makes matters even worse for RossPierrDoll. But it's the only shot that they have. It's the only thing that they can do at this point. Level 16, by the way. The Narcian Archery is taken. Murky with the big tuna kahuna. And the ablative armor. Respect the elderly. The old man is in again. Got the resilient flame. And Ragnaros hasn't even gone for a level 20 yet. Could of course go for the cooldown reduction on a straight. But this is the big one. The defense right here. And up at the top, web beavers are in. Is that boss already gone? Did I miss something? Is that boss already defeated? They took it, right? They took the boss. Like, did they move back from it? Like, I looked at the 20s and everything, but what? Okay, so, yeah. Maybe I missed something there. Maybe they just decided to go for it. Anyways, we got the heroic kill difficulty. It's already in. I suppose that they took care of that. Ragnaros, of course, with the Molten Flame was likely involved in that. But yeah, the big tuna, and they are already defeating every single web weaver, guys. I mean, the one at the bot lane is still nibbling at that a bit. But I gotta say, I expected them to do a bit more. They didn't take a fort down. They killed nothing. And it's, yeah, well, they took it, okay, so they took it and got defeated. Yeah, Ragnaros is a good hero to have in these situations. Now, the problem is they didn't kill anything. And it makes sense that you would be a bit hesitant because you're still going up against an opponent that has a level 20 talent over you. It doesn't change the fact that they are now in deep shit. You got a boss, you got a web weaver wave, you delivered your gems, and you got nothing out of it. Bought yourself maybe a bit of time to get to your own level 20 and that's it. But that on the other hand, that is nice. They get the kill against D.Va. Is there a counter kill? Deathwing. Ooh, boomerang attempts. Sylvanas is jumping out. And uh-oh, that could be the end of Deathwing maybe. Yeah, he's a big boy. So if there's damage from Ragnaros, he needs to run. Deathwing is able to make his way out. Mini Molten Core. Sylvanas knows what to do with that owl whenever that thing pops up. But here they try for the turn-in. We don't have enough gems anymore for Inting for Ruby to get the entire turn-in, but at least they should try to make sure to ensure Baby Houdini is delivering. And I guess he is. So that's 40 turned in, and they are moving back out again. The big problem for RossPierrDoll is just simply with them not taking any of these forts down. There's a catapult spawning on every single minion wave now for Inting for Ruby. There's very little counter pressure. Actually, none. And now that we're 18 minutes in, these bad boys start to hurt. And we are talking about Winion territory. So you could have a game that gets decided by Winions alone. That's the real danger here. So these turn-ins, it seems like they're going to get closer to it. Yep, by now we have 51. So Hat is going to try and turn in. Malthael, he's defending. The core is already getting scratched. They are running out of time. RossPierrDoll is running out of time. They're doing what they can at this point, but there's a single gem that is now missing for Inting for Ruby to get another turn-in. And I would be shocked if they cannot end the game with another wave. And there it is. So the blue wave is going to be descending. RossPierrDoll needs a fight. They cannot afford to lose Uther. They cannot afford to lose him. He dies. Uther is down, but he has redemption. Murky is dead too. Uther's redemption. He'll be back. He's going to pull Arnie on us. And they kill Sylvanas. They kill Sylvanas and Deckard Cain. That's a different story now. That all of a sudden changes things drastically. Now, web weavers are moving in. The birdie is flying back trying to defend. But there's still two lanes that get attacked. So this is perfect for them. Sacrificing Uther, but then getting 2 kills. That was definitely worth it. Now, Deathwing, he could be in trouble down here. And yes, I think Deathwing is going to turn into Deadwing very quickly. Yep, that's the end of him. Taken down by D.Va and the Frog. But time is working still in Inting for Ruby's favor. The longer this lasts, the stronger these catapults become, and the more pressure on the lanes will be pushed on RossPierrDoll. So that's their biggest problem. Murky already with the eggs. All day, every day. Falstad, of course, is worth his weight in gold at this point. Not only does he stack into the late game, he has 100 stacks right now. It's also going to be reflected in his damage the further in we go. But he has the global, so he can always just move back out, rejoin the team for the team fight. But it's getting a bit spicy, because there is a turn-in opportunity for RossPierrDoll. They have a chance to turn in. 70,000 hero damage for our boy Ragnaros. Malthael doesn't have as many stacks on his last rights as the red team would like. But again, here's the ult again. Uh-oh, Ragnaros, the stun! Uther! He survives! Uther is still alive. The double support is keeping him in play. But they're pushing it back. Oh, and there's the kill! Uther is down. And guys, this time he's down for good. This time he's down for the count, and what's the play? Of course, you go for boss. And the red team has to respond to it, and they also have to deal with the catapults at the bot lane, coming in from the mid lane, and Falstad is trying to defeat the one here, but this is a nightmare. Not only are you one hero down, you also have lanes again pushing against you. This is pretty much a checkmate position. Unless Inting for Ruby just throws the game here, and I don't see that happening. Yeah, the old man, stay a while and get wrecked. But they get the D.Va kill. Ragnaros is dead, but the boss is taken. The core is already getting attacked. Now, the blue team is pretty much losing everyone. But, wait, what? They stole it! I'm blanking. I didn't even see that they stole it. I thought the blue team got it. So not only do they kill them, they get the boss too. The boss moves down and I was like, wait a second. He moves into the wrong direction. What is... Dude, to the right, to the right. And I'm like, wait a second. Am I colorblind? Awesome. Absolutely awesome. 13 kills to 11. Web Weavers plus boss. They might just win the game now. Too good. Too good to be true. Oh, I love Meta Madness. It's just brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant. So here we go. 13 to 11. Guys, that's likely game. 40% and the Web Weavers 22 minutes in. They get Ragnaros back. He needs to Molten Core somewhere. He needs to Molten Core somewhere. They try to go for the birdie this time, but nope. No Molten Core either. The core is losing hit points. The Web Weavers are protecting the lane, so the catapults can't end it. RossPierrDoll with a big boy comeback. Love it. Absolutely love it. Sad for Inting for Ruby, but still. Can they end? Yeah, I think so. 2%. Are you shitting me? No freaking way. Oh. Absolutely epic. This is just insane! The fuck is happening here? I thought the game was over, but it's not. The throw into the throw, 1% on the core, and they turn it again. What a game! What an amazing series to kick off Meta Madness, guys. This is just brilliant shit. Awesome stuff. Love it. Inting for Ruby with victory against RossPierrDoll.